Hello everyone, welcome back to our podcast. I'm Ashiki and today I've got Halida and Haikal in the studio with me. Guys, we are diving into the topic that's basically haunting every lecture hall right now, which is artificial intelligence in education. Is it a super assistant that's going to make us genius? Or are we looking at a massive drain, brain drain in disguise?
Brain drain? It's a bit dramatic, isn't it? But honestly, great to be here, Ashiki. I think we have to face the facts that AI isn't coming. It's already here, whether it is ChatGPT or just a Grammarly check. We are all using it. The real question is, are we actually getting smarter or just fast at being lazy?
See, that's exactly it, Hanja. That's my whole thing. I see people using it as a shortcut rather than a support. Like, are we actually learning the material or are we just learning how to prompt a bot? I'm ready to deconstruct why this might actually be a threat to our collective intelligence.
Well, easy there, Haikal. Save some of that fire for the debate. Before we get into the heat of it, we should probably define what we are actually talking about. Halida, AI in education sounds like science fiction to some people, like robots taking over the whiteboard. What does it actually look like in normal classroom?
Fair point, Ashiki. It's definitely less Terminator and more like under the hood stuff. Think of it as three main engines.
Engines. Okay, Mr. Mechanic, break it down for us. Start with the one everyone is used, the generative AI.
Right, so generative AI, it's like your ChatGPTs, your Google Geminis. These are large language models. I like to think of them as a super powered version of that autofill on your phone. You know how it guesses your next word? Well, that discusses your next 5 paragraphs based on patterns from billions of books.
Oh, so basically, AI is a personal assistant that reads all the books in the library?
Exactly. You can take a 50-page research paper and turn it into 5 bullet points in like less than 3 seconds. And then you have got adaptive learning. This is the one that actually gets me excited. You guys ever use Duolingo or any other apps?
Oh man, don't remind me. That Duolingo old literally hunt me on my dream if I miss a Spanish lesson. He's aggressive.
Well, that aggressive O is powered by AI. Adaptive learning means the software actually watches how you learn. If you nail a math problem, it makes the next one harder. If you fail, it doesn't just call your names. It figures out why and give you a simpler version or a tutorial video.
Oh, so instead of everyone having the same boring textbook, the textbook basically rewrites itself for each student.
Precisely. It is personalization at scale. It's like having a private tutor for the price of an app. And lastly, we got predictive analytics. This is more for the admin. It looks at big data like your attendance, your quiz scores, and even how long you spend staring at a digital page.
Wait, that sounds a little bit like Big Brother, doesn't it? Like they are spying on us?
It can feel a bit creepy, but the goal is actually helpful. It's like a weather forecast for your grades. If the AI sees a student's engagement dropping in week 4, it flags it so a counselor can check in before they fail. It's about catching people before they fall through the cracks.
Or it's a way for them to track exactly how much we're procrastinating.
I think probably both. Alright, we have laid the technical groundwork. Let's get into the heart of it. Halija, you have been pretty vocal about the bright side of this AI revolution. Why exactly should today's youth, who, let's be honest, are already drowning in tech, which embrace AI as an opportunity instead of just another distraction?
It really comes down to three pillar Ashkins: accessibility, personalization, and digital literacy. Look, we talk about education as something's right, but if you are a student in a rural village with no specialized physics teacher, that right is pretty hard to exercise, isn't it? AI acts as that 24/7 tutor. It can translate a complex English journal into a local dialect or explain quantum mechanics like you are 5 years old. It levels the playing field.
So, it is a gap filler.
Exactly. And then there is personalization. In a lecture hall of 200, a professor can't stop for the one student who is lost. But AI doesn't get tired of explaining the same thing all over and over again. It literally waits for your brain to catch up.
That sounds like a dream for anyone struggling with a midterm. But, Haikal, I see you shaking your head over there. You are not buying the personalized tutor dream?
I mean, I agree it's efficient, but is it effective? That's my hang up. If an AI simplifies every hard concept for you, do you ever actually learn to do how to handle hard things? Learning is supposed to be a struggle. If you remove the friction, do you remove the actual mental growth?
That's a fair point. It's like the difference between hiking a trail and taking a helicopter to the top. You get the view, sure, but you didn't get the workout. Khalija, how do you answer the laziness argument?
I think we need to look at Bloom's taxonomy for this. Did you guys remember in the last semester that Dr. Diana taught us?
Yes.
Yes. So, the taxonomy bloom is a system used to clarify different level of human learning and thinking, which have 6 levels, right?
Yes.
The first level is remembering, like can you repeat facts, and the second one is understanding, like can you explain the idea in your own words.
So that is more 4 level that Haikal forgot to mention, but I will explain it. The first is applying, which is can we apply it in our real life context? Then analyzing, like can we find the pros and cons or the conclusion? Then evaluating, which justify a decision. And the last one is creating, like can you produce original work or you just copy exactly the same word.
Yeah, that's right. Think of learning like a pyramid. At the bottom, like Haika said, you have the basic things like remembering facts or summarizing data. If AI handles those bottom layers, it actually frees up our human brain power for the top, like for the analyzing, the evaluating, and the creating. Instead of spending 5 hours just finding info, I spend 5 hours of critiquing it. That's not lazy, that is higher order thinking.
Oh, so you are saying AI is a cognitive scaffold? Like it holds you up so you can reach higher?
Spot on. It is a tool, not a replacement.
But Halija, that only work if the student actually know how to critique. Let's be real. Most people our age just take the first answer ChatGPT spit out as the gospel truth. That's where the digital literacy you mentioned become a double-edged sword. If you don't know how to fact check the bot is basically thinking for you.
Like that. Then let's dig into that survival skill aspect then. We keep hearing that by 2030, AI literacy will be as fundamental as writing and reading. Is that the real opportunity here, Halija?
Absolutely. Look at the recent World Economic Forum reports. The future of jobs isn't about robots replacing humans. It is about humans who use AI replacing those who don't. For us, learning how to prompt an AI and audit its results. That is the new office mastery.
Hi, girl. Even with your skepticism, you have to admit that the student who masters this tool is going to have a massive leg up in the job market, right?
I can't deny the market I can't deny the market reality. But we have to talk about the digital divide, which is AI literacy is the new gold. What happened to the student who can afford the $30 premium subscriptions? Are we just building a new wall between the rich and the poor in education?
Oh, that is a heavy question. We've gone from AI as a ladder to AI potentially being a wall. Okay, guys. That leads us perfectly into the risk. We have painted a pretty utopian picture so far, with AI as the ultimate tutor. But now, it's time for the reality check. Haikal, I know you have been waiting for this, right? We keep hearing AI makes us smarter, but you are worried it actually doing the opposite, right?
Exactly, Ashiki. My biggest fear is what researchers call cognitive offloading. Think of your brain like a muscle. If you go to the gym but use a cord lift to lift every week, your muscles are going trophy, right?
Yes.
If AI does the thinking, the summarizing and the logic for us, our brain just stop the building those critical neural pathways.
Ooh.
There was a study in Psychology Today just this year showing that students who lean too hard on AI are coding or writing have significantly lower skill retention. They can do the task with the bot, but they are helpless without it.
Wish. That is actually a scary thought. It's like we are outsourcing our actual intelligence to a server in California. But Halija, you mentioned earlier that we save time for bigger things. Isn't that a win-win situation?
Only if you actually use the time to think. Ikin, let's be real. Most students use the save time to scroll TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Threads, etc. And it leads to what I call the death of the original voice. When everyone use the same AI model, every essay start to sound beige. We're losing the human messiness and the weird, unique perspective that actually makes education valuable.
This brings up a massive point about academic integrity. It's not just cheating in the old sense, or like picking at friends' paper. It is intellectual dishonesty. If I turn in an AI paper, I